Here is how to use Google Sheet to make a histogram for quantitative data. Now here's the frequency distribution table that we've just created with our last example. If you want to make a bar chart, you can. So go ahead and select classes. Now remember, this middle column here is unnecessary. This is just labeling the upper bound for Google Sheet to count the frequency. So if you want to just skip this, hold down Control on your keyboard right now. Hold down Control and then select frequency down this way. So these are the really only two columns you want. Again, insert. You can insert here, and you're going to get a column chart. Now this obviously not. It doesn't look like it looks more like a bar chart because it has a big gap in the between the bars. If you want a histogram, right? We actually want to just create it. Just tell Google Sheet to create a histogram. You could try to customize it, and I believe I'm not an expert, but you could adjust this to make the gap a little bit smaller. But I don't want to do that. I just want to. So I'm going to delete this, and I want Google Sheet to go ahead and calculate this. So here I'm going to select this. I'm going to say insert chart, right? And Google's smart enough to know that I want a histogram. If this doesn't pop up, you can go ahead and select this. Histogram is all the way down in the bottom, right? So you get a histogram chart here. Right. So now you get the same thing, and you see it's still there's still a gap, but this is what it looks more like a histogram. Now we have a couple choices. So Google went ahead and selected 6 different categories. If you hit on histogram, right? Instagram. Here's the bucket size. So bucket size is in auto. Now the bucket size is the width. So bucket size means the width of each class. So for example, right, if we select 2, right, we get a lot more class because now it's much more narrow, right? And Google just adjusts. If you select, let's say 10, okay, then you only get 2 class. Again, we see, look at the data set, right? Is the maximum number is like 26, right? Minimum is 14. Okay, you can go bucket size 25, you get 1 class, right? Okay, so I think so you can play around with this. 2 looks pretty good. If it's just 1, right? Yeah, okay, 1 is not too bad either. So play around. I think you can just type. You can actually type it in for this works as well. You don't need to use the preset here. Okay. Yeah, that's all. That's all. That's how you create a histogram. Oh, everything else is the same. So if you want to change the axis titles, you do it over here, right, all in the custom folder. Okay.